How you react often affects the outcome. Within weeks, 2 different men confronted me about 2 different issues, but both came from a place of anger. They made assumptions. Instead of asking me first what happened, they both attacked with hateful reactions. In one incident, the problem ended up being on the other guy's end. He never apologized, but he did calm down. The other guy I share a client with. Upset about a PR promotion, he emailed both me and the client with vulgarities. He didn't ask what happened, he attacked. In fact, he basically ignored our response, stuck with his own assumptions. Truth didn't seem to matter to him. Neither of these situations started from a place of peace, love, or even with Christ. They were hateful reactions. I've learned long ago that I cannot control others. I can only speak truth and leave it up to God. We're all responsible for our own reactions and actions. But before you react, ask yourself, are you coming from a place of love or hate? It will determine the outcome. I admit sometimes anger gets the best of me. I've avoided talking to certain people for days and even weeks, knowing that I was so upset I could not talk to them. I knew I would lose my temper, which I spent years trying to control, and would ultimately say something I would regret. So I would say nothing. I knew I was coming from a place of anger, so it was better to stay silent in order to come back to a place of love. When I feel that anger or resentment stirring up, I pray. And sometimes it takes me days to start praying, but I know I need it. I knew if I responded to either of those men who attacked me, I would react negatively, so I waited. In fact, the one guy I didn't speak to for 2 months until he reached out to me about a completely separate issue and acted like nothing happened. It was a good thing because I was in a place of peace with him at that point. I was no longer upset. Sometimes we need that time to find our own peace so we can communicate with it in our own hearts instead of being consumed with hate. Jesus tells us in the Gospel of John, if anyone says, I love God and hates his brother, he's a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. How can I be a true Christian if I spoke to someone with such hate? In Proverbs, we're told that hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offenses. Scripture also tells us that you shall not hate your brother in your heart, but you shall reason frankly with your neighbor, lest you incur sin because of him. When you come across difficult people, because we always will, remember, let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me, Jesus said. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again, and I will take you to myself, that where I am, you may also be. This has been a Christ-Centered Communication message. I'm Vanessa Denha-Garmo, a communications evangelist.